Welcome to this new video of our Next.js 15 tutorial series, and in this video I'm actually going to give you a detailed step-by-step guide how you can set up an empty blank Next.js 15 project. I assume that you already have installed all of the prerequisites that we discussed in the previous video. That means you have Node version 18.18 installed on your computer and you have your Cursor IDE installed in your computer. Before we continue with this video, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and please do not forget to press on the like button. So as you know, this is an absolutely beginner friendly tutorial series. That means if you don't know how to write code, doesn't matter, because we are going to use AI to write code. And in this video I'm actually going to guide you, just like you have never written even a single line of code and you don't know nothing about software development or programming or any of that stuff. So I'm going to give you an absolutely basic step-by-step guideline in this tutorial series. So let's start with our project. So okay, so what you need to do is you just need to go to your Next.js 15 website. So just go to nextjs15.org. So what you need to do, just go to nextjs15.org, just go there, and then now you need to just click on docs section, and this is the docs section of Next.js 15. If you have never if you have never written any sort of like code in your life, and if you have never developed any software, so it doesn't matter. Next.js 15 is just a JavaScript framework for software development. The important point about Next.js 15, because it's a full stack development framework, and that means you can build actually front end, back end, right inside one application. You don't need to like do it separately. So let me just not confuse you with all of these fancy terms. So what you need to do, you just need to come on to this section which is called installation. So if you come to this tab which is called installation, and in this tab you see this command. So we need to run this command somewhere. Where we need to run this command? We need to run this command inside our project, inside our Cursor IDE. So because we are going to use Cursor IDE, and if you don't know what Cursor IDE is, cursor.com, just go there and download this Cursor IDE for Windows for free, and then you can simply just install it on your computer. So we need to run this command inside Cursor IDE. So just go to your search tab, open cursor cursor, and then cursor will open just like this. This is how you will see cursor on your computer. So what you're gonna do, you just click on open folder, just click on that, and then navigate to your folder where you want to create your project. So just go to I'm just going to like a folder inside my project. So just write Next.js tutorial. I'll just like give it a name, and I'll just give this folder a name. So just click on that, select folder, and that's it. So right now I just like opened that, and now you can see this is the interface. If you have ever used Visual Studio, this is very similar to Visual Studio. If you have not used Visual Studio in your life, not a problem. So what you're gonna do, click on this on top right, click on this button and click on this button, and when you clicked on this button, it actually showed you this terminal and problems window, and when you click on this button, it showed you this chat window over here. So Cursor is just like an AI code editor, AI agent that actually writes code for you and sets up everything for you. So you won't have to write anything. All you have to do is just like you have to understand what you need to build, and Cursor will actually do that for you. So right now what we need to do before we start the development, so let's suppose because we are actually going to develop this project inside Next.js 15, so I highly recommend you that you add this documentation. So because Next.js 15 has their updated documentation about Next.js 15, so what you need to do, you need to just copy this documentation from here, and you need to add this inside Cursor IDE, so Cursor can be informed about the latest versions, the latest like practices of Next.js 15. So you can just like copy it from here, this like nextjs.org/docs, just copy it from here and come to your Cursor, and then you can just simply go to settings, or simply just come to your chat and click on add, and then click on docs section, click on add new, and then paste this icon here, paste this link here, and then because I have already added that, just give it any name, Next.js updated documentation or something, just give it any name. So as soon as you do that, click on confirm, and it will just like scrape every single detail and every single documentation related to Next.js 15 right here in your project. So now cursor is aware of all of these all of this documentation, so now it can actually give you a better guide about Next.js 15 and like help you to create this project. So now what you have to do, you can simply just copy this command from here and go to your terminal, paste it here, right here inside here, before we press on enter. So what you have to do, Next.js 15 has actually give you in this documentation, it has given us this guide. So once you click on enter, so you will see all of these questions in front of us. So let me just click on enter. You'll get a better idea when I click on enter. So as soon as you click on enter, so now it will actually ask me to give this project a name. I'll just give this project a name, Next.js Pro. I'll just give you any name. So I'll just give that. Would you like to use TypeScript? Yes. What is TypeScript? I'll give you a detailed guide later. Just would you like to use ESLint? What is ESLint? I'll give you a guide later. What do you want to use? Tailwind CSS? Yes, I want to use Tailwind CSS. Do you want to use source directory? Yes, I want to do source directory. Would you like to use app router? Yes, I would like to use app router. Turbo pack, would you like to use? Oh, yes, of course, I would like to use that. Would you like to use import alias? No, I don't want to use import alias. So now I have like chose all of those options. Now what it will do, it will actually install all of the dependencies for me. It is actually going to, what is dependencies? Dependencies are considered libraries, like all of those options that we chose. So it is actually now going to set up this project and install and download the required things, our libraries for our project, our dependencies for our project. So this is what it is actually doing right now. Usually it just takes 1 to 2 minutes maximum. So let's see, as soon as it is done, we can just test our project. So it's done now, and you can see on here inside our project directory, this is, you'll see all of your project files inside our project directory. You'll see all of these files are installed right there. So you see this node modules folder. These are the dependencies that that it has installed. So Next.js 15 needs all of these dependencies to run a basic like a project into your computer. So that's why it has installed all of that. Next is public. A public folder. It's a public directory. It contains all of the images that we use inside our project. It can be icons, it can be images, it can be any sort of like different kind of UI items if you want to use any of those. So but every single image you'll just put in public directory. Then there is the source directory. So all of our project is actually going to be set up inside source directory, and this is page.tsx. This is actually going to be this is the current home page of our project, but we'll run it in a minute and then you'll know. And the next is eslint.json. So remember it actually asked us about eslint. Then there is a .gitignore. What is .gitignore? All of these are actually kind of dependencies and files that we do not want to push to GitHub. What is GitHub and how we push code to GitHub? We'll come to that later. So then there is, I mean, it has like just created the standard Next.js 15 files. The important file here is actually this package.json file. So this file has all of the dependencies that it has installed and all of the packages that we'll install in future into our project. That everything will be listed here into our project like this. Next, it has a readme.md file. So this is actually consider this like this is just a readme file of this project, because this is a standard Next.js 15 template. So it has just like imported a standard stuff into your readme file. You don't need to worry about anything. So what we're gonna do now, we will just try to run this project and see if this project is working or not. So how we gonna run it? So we're gonna run it by running this command, which is npm run dev, mentioned in your readme file. Just copy it and simply just come to here. And now let me just tell you one thing. If you run this project right now, it will not run. So let me just run this project. So it will not run. It has given this error on here on our terminal, because right now we are not in our project directory inside our terminal. So if you see, our project directly. Let me just open this for you. So just right click on this, so and click on reveal in file explorer. If you just go on there, so this is Next.js tutorial. This is the folder that we use this folder, and we created our project inside this folder. So our project is created as a folder inside your computer with this name, Next.js pros, with this name, right? So these are all of these files that we are seeing here. All of these files are here. You can see inside public, these are all of these files. All of these are code files and everything inside source directory, and everywhere inside source and app directory. Everything is set up in this like root directory. So we call this our root directory. So because right now our terminal is not inside the root directory, that's why when you run that command, it did not run properly and it gives you an error. So what we're gonna do, we can actually move cd space, will run this. Let me just copy this name as it is, name of this directory, cd space, and then let me just paste this name of this directory, and when I enter, so now it has entered into our directory. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna just run this command, and let's just paste it here, and then let's just run it. So as soon as we run it, so what it will do, it will compile our entire project, and then it will run our project locally on our computer. So that means we are going to use our computer as a local server. So this is just going to be used as a local server. As soon as it has done that, so what you're going to do, you can actually access this URL. So you can just copy paste, or simply just hold command and then click on this, and it will just open your browser, your default browser, and it will just open that for you. So all right, here we are. So this is our like default Next.js 15 empty project. What this, if you're seeing this page, that means your empty default Next.js 15 project is set up in your computer, and you are now good to go to like start developing your application. And if you see here, it shows actually get started by editing source/app/page.tsx. So if you go here, source/app/page.tsx. So this file this interface that you are looking at is actually the code for that interface is here. So when we'll actually change our website, or add some colors, or add some content to our website, or add any anything to our website, we'll be actually editing this page, this particular page.tsx. And so then it will actually show there in here. So that's kind of it about this tutorial. In next video, I'll actually then guide you how you can like customize this page, how you can create a basic front end like design for your website. And after that, then we'll actually learn how to create multiple pages. If you're maybe creating a standard business website, how you can create multiple pages, or how you can create like e-commerce functionalities, how you can create different front end designs, back end, and all of that stuff we'll cover in this tutorial series. I see you in next video. Please don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel, and I see you in next video. Thank you. Bye bye.